frowned upon, to fuck homies in the same, circle. If you want to be with one seriously, like it's just certain rules or things. Not, I'm not saying don't do it, but if you doing it, just know that
Oh yeah, no, that was my problem.
yeah,
So I was dealing with this guy. So before I started dealing with him,
okay,
I the homie.
okay.
Mandy, she the homie.
We all fucked the
Y'all
homie.
remember that Ray J song. Anyways, so I only had sex with this guy once, and it was terrible. So I was never going back. Ended up meeting a guy who was actually friends with his brother, but was still in the circle, right? Ended up dealing with him for a few years, and it got to where there became an emotional connection between us. And when I tell you the literal thing that was like, I can't get over this mentally, and I'm gonna tell you, he said, if I marry you, that is one of my friends that will be invited to my wedding. And I don't know how I can handle the emotional, mental gymnastics of being at a wedding knowing you my homeboy.
Men care about what their friends think.
Oh,
more so
they
than we
do. Look, not
They
the nodding of the heads. Why do y'all care so much
Y'all care.
about because here's the thing, right?
You want to go further?
No. I just want to say, because as a woman, if I dealt with a guy physically and it just wasn't good and I could care less about him, my friend could go marry him and I wouldn't give a goddamn.
No.
My wife dated my homeboy before me.
Oh,
They had sex and
Yeah.
they had sex or dating?
They both of them.
Is that
How-
still, is that
both
still your
of 'em.
homeboy?
Yeah, is that
Still
sex?
my man.
And y'all,
It's still my man. And you know the
y'all
funny
had that
thing is,
conversation?
Wait, how did you get past that?
Yeah.
So I'm the one who I jumped in the line, right? Like they were messing around. I cut the line, so I was a dirty dude.
So
That's
I was a dirty
crazy.
dude there. But then he saw us out. He saw us out at Greenhouse, and then
Greenhouse. Oh, shit.
Oh, dating.
yeah. But
again.
then I approached him. And I talked about like what his friendship meant to me, and
It didn't mean much if you out here
right.
his girl.
But it wasn't his girl. They were dating. That's why I said they were dating. They were
Oh.
dating and fucking.
Okay.
It wasn't his girl, right? But still, he didn't. But it's because of the thing that we're saying. He didn't like it, right? Like he didn't like it. I stepped to him. I was like, yo, like that's that I didn't want to act upon like something that doesn't agree with
How
our
did-
friendship.
But how
I
did
was like,
you get past? Look, I think you about to ask. How did you get past though? Actually wanting to.
I mean, I
be
don't
with
care.
Okay.
I honestly didn't care. And then the funny thing is like I knew that they liked each other as like humans, but it's like when you're young and dating and it's like chaotic, and so it's like we got married, and if
Was
I have
he
a
at the
barbecue
wedding?
at the crib. No, he was. I had a small wedding where like there was
Okay.
like 4 people, but he came to the crib like 2 summers ago when I had a big barbecue, and they're talking, and I know that they like each other, and it's like they both work in the business, so like when I see them around each other and they talk, I know that there's a genuine feeling there that they have for one another. That's fine, right? Like if she were to leave me for him, it's because of me, not because of him, right?
Oh,
so it's like,
you are so
there's thi-
mature.
There's things that
So
there's
mature.
no. So there's
By
just
the
things
way,
that I
A King
don't
is over
care
there
about.
like fuck everything
Yeah.
this nigga saying.
No,
and-
no, I
and-
know,
and-
no,
and
I have questions.
I can feel that. I can feel that with people thinking that and doing that. And I get the general man stance of like, nah, fuck that.
Yeah.
I can't do that. I just think it has to do with so much that's not you and so much that's like internally you. That
Right.
People waste their time and energy on it.
When you said they were dating, how were you aware of that? Like,
I saw my greenhouse.
But were you
You know what I'm saying?
were you
Like-
probing questions like quietly, and then you just was like, oh, okay,
No,
I'm
I think I knew like I think she was open with like that she was dating people. I was
Oh,
definitely
okay.
fucking like a bunch of different people. So it's like she knew, and like I could see them out together. She would see me out with like another chick. It was like it was that kind of like the messy a messy circle of like non-committed people.
Got it.
I'm not gonna lie, you just gave me hope.
And so I love the fact that he is, because a lot of men are into like ownership. So
Mm-hmm.
God forbid, like who is something going viral now about some celebrity girl she's dating. I think it's Megan. It's that.
Megan dating Klay Thompson.
Yeah, and so people are saying, "Oh my God, she get passed around. She's dating.
Yeah.
Right.
She's dating. She's had to be a public figure, so we know who she's dating. But like,
I ain't gonna
she's
hold you.
dating.
It's a little much to post every nigga you fucking online.
Now
though.
I don't post no nigga.
Like you could be
online.
sexually liberated, but goddamn,
No, no,
like
no.
I don't want to
Yeah.
see everybody
Yeah,
that's
no.
inside of you. Like
You're right.
I agree. I don't. My rule of thumb is, once I get married, then I'll post him. But I changed.
Period.
like the season. But no one knows that but my friends.
My only
Yeah,
issue
same.
with what you said before is that me personally, knowing how I am behind closed doors with said person and how sexually liberating that's the title, how I am, I couldn't imagine another dude being a dog.
Oh
in the,
my
like,
God.
just because we all, that's just me. Huh?
You nigga, you're not the first, you're not the last.
know
Like,
that,
But
I know.
or you know what? I'm gonna add a part two.
But the
I'm gonna
mental
add a part two to
gymnastics
it.
that you referenced before, is like,
if you like how I'm sucking your dick, best believe I'd have sucked another dick that way. God damn.
Yes.
I know,
Heaven
but not.
forbid.
But,
I
but-
learned
but-
it from
but-
somebody.
No, but not my
You-
man's though.
it-
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so look.
Now, unless I'm
so
in
part
Jason's
two.
position, point of view, where
Were you
I just
sneaking
skipped
in being a dirty
I
dog?
skipped the line, and it don't matter. But I don't. If I'm being skipped,
But I think too. So like that same barbecue that I'm talking about, where like my homeboy came over and he used to date my wife. My ex was also there.
Okay.
'Cause
Oh,
my other homeboy was dating her.
Jason, just say
Right.
you poly.
Y'all
We gotta
poly.
have another
yo,
conversation.
hold on.
Man,
You
man,
poly,
When's the
nigga.
next barbecue?
And
I
so-
just want to
but-
be.
so-
I want to be a fly on the wall.
Come through.
Hey yo, if
So
any of
we-
y'all
so
attend
my-
a barbecue
my
at
point
Jason's
is-
house, just know him or his wife
my
may or
point-
may not have
my-
fucked
my-
the other
Everybody there.
attendees.
Everybody there.
My point to Ashley was saying, like, he called me, right? He called me and was like, yo, I'm gonna bring my new girl. I'm like, yeah, come through. And he tells me who it is. And I knew he was trying to have like the ownership conversation. And I'm like, dude, like I've been married to my wife for 6 years.
Wait, this
I
is a
haven't
bitch you
dated
smashed
her.
before?
Yes,
Okay.
this is girl, right?
We're not doing this.
And so,
right?
but my point is, he was trying to have like the ownership conversation of like, is it okay if I bring her over? And I'm like, yo, dude, like we haven't dated in so long, right? So it's like that idea of like the ownership thing, like just because I dated her in the past, like there's this whole chain of women that are off limits because of like some like quasi ownership thing.
I ain't
Like,
gonna lie,
think
it's
that's the
giving
thing
you
that
had a
men get
hell
stuck
of a
on.
whole phase, Jason.
Really? So like, let me
But I dated. It's a point. I
That's what we be
dated.
saying. But that's what women
Yeah.
say. We're
We
dating,
dating.
and we get shamed
Yeah.
for being outside dating.
So for example,
Yeah.
so like back to Jason, situation. So
I don't think it's a situation. It's
Oh,
just
okay.
like
Scenario.
Yeah.
Scenario.
scenario. There you go.
There we go. So like there was this dude I was dating when I first moved to Atlanta that I knew from back home, right? He was a part of a Greek organization that from my
Now, why would you ever do that? No, I'm just playing. Them must be a little. Wait, what? Which Greek organization?
say.
Okay, all right.
You can't say. You can't say. It'll be too easy to figure out.
I mean, anybody who knows it know me, know they I know who it is.
Okay.
That knows me know him. But so he was a part of an organization from back home, right? And so in that organization, I had sex with a few people
Okay.
from that organization
A
over the
few.
years.
Okay.
It wasn't like it was all college. It was some college, a lot after.
Met this nigga at the bar. Met niggas at a lounge.
They just so
Like-
they just so happen to
be
part
all in
of
the
that
same
Yeah,
organization.
like I'm
Okay.
40, right?
Right.
Right.
Like, I
I done
fucked-
lived
How
life.
many on the same? How many on the same line though?
So I
Are they
never
on the same
never
line?
done the same line. So I don't do
Okay.
lines, right? So
Got you.
I'll do 04, 05, 06, 03, right? 02.
There we go.
But none of them are LBs. None of them are
Okay.
my brothers.
Right,
Okay.
right,
Classy.
right, right.
Classy.
Yeah.
Got you.
See,
Very
classy.
classy.
Bitch. My mama raised
I like
me,
the
right?
distinction.
You know, my mama raised me, right? I'm a classy bitch. So we had a conversation, and I was talking to him, and I was like, oh yeah, blah blah blah. I used to date blah blah blah. Several years ago. He was like, oh. I was like, yeah. And and then I was like, and there was,
Another one a couple of years before that.
So I didn't even get to tell him the rest of them because just our conversation, I could tell like he
Mm.
was like, it was a no. And I remember it was this whole thing with he and I one time, and it was a thing where like people realized that he and I were kind of like a thing at the moment, and it was a whole thing, and he could not get past the fact that I had these
Prior
experiences
experiences
with
before
other
him.
people that he knew, and I was like, I don't understand. Like I get it. I understand how men think, so I get it, but I think it's very stupid.
It's so crazy because women, on the other hand, you could have fucked 3 of my homegirls in the past. Like, we'll talk about it. Normally it'll be like we don't have that ownership
No.
on niggas because maybe we expect them to be community.
That's what it is.
You know what I mean? I think there's an expectation for men to be able to be liberated
Right.
in their sexual exploration and prowess, and for whatever reason we're not granted that
Right.
same. I don't want to bring grace to the cookout, but we're not granted the grace to explore and find ourselves in the same way that they do. Like, Jason probably doesn't end up with his wife if he's not outside fucking on all of his homeboys' girls. Apparently, you know what I mean?